Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Well, it's been a little while since I've done Stockman spring video. It's been a while since I've done any video actually. Uh, been pretty busy, but I decided to show you what I've been carrying lately. Now this top knife here, it's been on the channel before. This is a case 6318. This is in that beautiful blue bone with the crendel jigging. Just a really nice knife, so I just wanted to have it out because the 18 really is kind of where everybody kind of has one for reference, so I thought it might be interesting to have that for reference against these. Now I have been carrying these for the last few weeks, and so we'll kind of go over them. You'll notice that three of them, they're the same size and they're all square bolster knives, and I really like this form factor, I got to tell you, because well, we'll go ahead and start with this. This is the old timer. This is the 34 OT. So if you guys have been following the channel at all, you know this was the first traditional knife that I was carrying around with me way back when. Now this is the Heritage Series knife that has the D2 steel for the blades. And I just think it's a great little work knife. You know, you have this nice little gray laminate wood. It's just really, really nice. Some people call it frost wood, but you can call it whatever you like. Really nice construction, two blades. You got your brass liners there, no gaps or anything, and just a fantastic little Stockman. Interesting thing though, and we'll go over it, is the blades on these. So these are 3 1/4 for the frame closed, but this blade was 2.5 inches. And that's going to come out interesting because the next one I've been carrying is the Buck 303 Cadet. This is the one I found in the antique store, and then I sent to Buck for the spa treatment. Came back, I mean, just like brand new. Just a fantastic knife. And you'll notice that the blade on it is just a little bit longer than the old timer, which I thought was interesting. Now it does have a longer, tang to it, or kick, or whatever you want to call it there. So it does, if you measure it, from plunge line to plunge line, they're about even. But I thought it was interesting that they had a much longer, tang than the old timer did, which then brings us to the next one, which this is a case 44 pattern, which I think these are just a tremendously undersung knife. They really are quite nice. This one is in that same blue bone as the 18, but you can see this took a much darker coloring in the bone. Little more blue-green type stuff, as you can see here on the backside, but you can see it very well constructed. Really nice little knife. But then it also had a deal where the blade was just a little bit shorter than the other two, which I don't know. It's about the same, I guess, as the old timer, but the Buck definitely has just a fraction of an inch longer, but kind of interesting on the clip points. Now with these little knives, the blade set is a little bit different. Of course, you have your sheep's foot, like all of them do, but generally on these little guys, that's where you start to get a pen blade instead of a spay blade. And some people prefer that. It's just personal preference on that one. Either blade set is decent for me. So we'll show these little pen knives. Now I think, if I remember right, on the Buck, it's not quite a spay, but they kind of give it that swedge. So it's kind of a drop point pen in a way, or more like a spear. It's not quite a true spay blade with that angle, but still a very nice blade, very usable. Just interesting stuff how they do all these knives, and they're just all slightly different, but that just gives us stuff to talk about. Now, the other knife that I've been carrying was this Roper Stockman, and this is in their creamy yellow Delrin. It is a 3.5-inch knife, so it's the same size as the 18. But you'll notice that this has the Turkish clip type skinning blade as opposed, well, no, actually these guys have that too. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm thinking about, but they are slightly different shapes. You know, they are about just the same size, although I think the Roper is just slightly longer and definitely a little more pointy. So if you prefer a more pointy main blade and one with more belly, get the case. Less belly, look at the Roper. We'll go ahead and look at the other blades that it has. It has, of course, your sheep's foot, which is just a fantastic utility blade. And then this one also has kind of this is more of a spade blade angle. You can see it's really kind of cut down just a little bit more. Definitely got a kind of a, I don't know if it's an uneven grind, but about the same grind on there. But I never really had checked that out before on this one. Let's go ahead and take a look. Now this one, of course, on the case, the sheep's foot is more extended. And then we'll take a look at that spade blade. So that's definitely much more, I think, of a, when I think of a spade blade, I think of a shape more like this one. So really kind of cool. Been doing a little more Stockman shopping. In fact, I have ordered another Stockman. It's coming in the mail. And I thought it might be fun for you guys. I want you guys to do me a favor in the comments section. Go ahead and see if you can guess the maker, the model number, and the color of the next Stockman that I have purchased and is currently in the hands of the United States Postal Service. So we'll probably not see that one here for, I think it just shipped on Monday, today being Wednesday. So I probably won't get it until the weekend or early next week. And then of course I'll have to carry it a bit, you know. So I just thought it might be fun if you guys can guess, like I said, guess the maker, the model, the color, and we'll see. It's from a maker that makes multiple Stockmans, so that ought to give you something to think about. And that's basically every maker on here, plus all the other ones that I haven't even shown yet. So anyways, that's all I got for this. This is your latest Stockman Spring installment, and I will see you hopefully with some new Stockman. We'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching.